Hi, and welcome back to my VSG channel. This is Nancy. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am 7 weeks post-op today. And for those of you that are new, welcome. And for those that have been following me, thank you guys again for coming on and watching my videos. You guys are a huge support system for me. Today I wanted to do a little bit something different. I'm going to obviously talk about my week last week, but I'm also going to talk about some tips and tricks that you guys can incorporate into your pre-op time, things that I didn't do. So we're going to talk about that after I talk about my week. So as many of you guys know, I'm not weighing for the month of June. So I haven't weighed myself since May 31st. It's been very, very hard. The scale just stares at me when I go to the bathroom, so I'm constantly trying to deviate my attention from that because I don't want to fall into weighing myself. It became very addicting to me in the beginning, and very sickening because sometimes I wouldn't see the scale move and it was just very discouraging. But you know, stalls happen and it's normal. But that's one of the reasons why I decided to stop weighing, just for this month, of course. But my inches have been falling off. I have an average of 1 inch off my right arm, my left arm, my chest, my hips, my waist, my calves, and my thighs. So that's 1 inch less from last week. So that's awesome. You know, sometimes they say you're not going to see your weight change, but you will see the inches. And I am a valid example of that because there was a 2-week span that I didn't lose weight. I actually gained like a pound. And I wasn't on my cycle or anything, but the inches were falling off. So you really have to just, it's a mind game, you know. You can't let that affect you because you still are following your plan. And if you are doing the right things and if you are getting enough water, you know, the weight is just going to fall off. That's one of the most important things is water. So for those of you guys that already got surgery, just make sure you get your water, make sure you hydrate. Okay, so last week, my kids and I went outside to make some s'mores, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have a s'more because, you know, I'm already not eating a lot. I wanted a s'more. So that was kind of like my treat for the week, and I had a s'more, and it went down fine, and it was great. But the aftermath of that was horrible. I had intense dumping syndrome. My stomach was cramping to the point where like I was super uncomfortable, and I think I had it around like 7 p.m. So it was close to bedtime, like around 9, and it actually happened like farther into the night than I thought it would have. Like after like 8 o'clock, I was like, well, maybe I'm gonna be okay now. I'm gonna be okay. Like nothing's gonna happen. No, by the time 9 hit around, my stomach hurt so bad, and I was in the bathroom. It was horrible. Never again. I told my husband, I'm like the s'more wasn't even worth it, the amount of pain that I was going through. So, you know, you learn, you live and you learn, and I definitely learned. I will not be having s'mores for, I don't know until when, but I probably won't be having anything with that amount of sugar in a long time. It sucked. It was terrible. I don't wish that on anyone. It was really bad. Okay, so my next thing on my list. All right. So I was on my cycle last week, and I feel like every month that I get my period, I'm sorry, this is TMI, but for the girls out there, every time that I get my period, I just want to eat. I just want to eat so much. I literally can like probably eat like close to 5 ounces of food if I pushed myself to do that. So, and I just want to share that I'm not super strict with myself around that time because, you know, you do have to have grace. You have to be graceful with yourself. Your body just went through trauma, and, you know, you're trying to lose weight. Your body is not getting enough food, but it's trying not to lose weight because it's such a huge shock for it. You know what I mean? So, it's very hard. during my period, not, just to not reach for things that I shouldn't be reaching for. But one of the tips that I can give you guys is, if you guys have that issue and if you guys fall into that, definitely stick with your water. If you have your water and if you're drinking enough water, the cravings go down. Or, some of the strategies that I have written down, that I've gotten from support groups online, is just, occupy your mind on something else, whether it be coloring, watching a movie, exercising, maybe meditation if you're into that. um, overeating during your period, for me, is like super easy, and it was like that before surgery, and it is still now. Just because I got surgery doesn't mean that I'm not going to get hungry, and a lot of people think that that's what happens, and it's really not. So if you guys if you guys are battling through the same things that I'm battling with during your period, definitely just stay on top of your water and keep your mind occupied. But definitely have some grace for yourself, because we are human, and we're human. We're flesh and bone, so we're gonna still feel that, whatever it may be. Okay, so I'm still exercising, and this week I also started juicing celery and having that before my protein coffee in the morning. So I feel like that has helped with inflammation in my stomach. I'm less bloated. It hasn't sent me to the bathroom like it usually did before surgery. Before surgery, I used to juice celery, and I would literally drink it and I'd be going to the bathroom. That's not the case now. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm just going with it. It makes me feel good, so I am having my celery, my celery juice in the morning, first thing in the morning, and that has been helping me. If you guys do juice and you guys are post-op, leave a comment down below or message me on Instagram. I'd like to know what you guys are doing. Okay, so tips and tricks before surgery. Before surgery, I will had the mentality that, all right, I'm gonna have surgery and I'm going to lose all the weight, and I'm not gonna be hungry and I'm not gonna have cravings, so I might as well just eat now. And before surgery, I gained 10 pounds. My wake up call was that last appointment with my PCP, and she was like, well, why did you gain 9 pounds? Why did you gain almost 10 pounds? What's going on? And I was honest with her, and I told her, I'm basically eating the things that I want to eat, because after surgery, I'm not going to be able to eat. It was very wrong of me to do that. And anyone that has gotten VSG or bypass or whatever it may be will tell you the same things. Do not overeat before surgery. Do not gain weight before surgery. It's just going to make it harder. So my appointment was in the beginning of April, and I had surgery April 26th. So I had 25 days between then to just get my mind right. And I did, and I lost 8 pounds during that time. So I'm proud of that. But, had I not gained those 10 pounds, maybe I would have been down 18 pounds prior to surgery. You know what I mean? So it's a learning it was a learning curve for me. You're gonna hear that a lot of people have food funerals, and that's basically you eat the things that you love because you're not gonna be able to eat them again. I think I had that like every day with different things, and it's embarrassing now, but definitely, if I could go back, I would not do that. So if you guys are pre-op, please don't do that. Yeah, eat whatever you want to, eat those things that you are going to miss, because you might not eat them in the beginning after your surgery, but don't go overboard the way some people do, the way I did. It definitely will affect you negatively. I have been a very active person, and I've always worked out. So definitely working out before surgery will help with your recovery after. I have a friend who, she was basically a couch potato. She didn't do anything, and she got surgery like 3 months prior to me. And her, everyone is different too. So there might be a lot of aspects going into this, but we, after speaking to her, we really think that because of the fact that she wasn't as active before surgery, she had a rough time recovering. Like I was up after like a week and I was ready to go. I had barely pain. Like it was very good, and I'm blessed that that happened. But if you guys are pre-op, definitely, start moving, start walking, go outside or on the treadmill, or maybe do some yoga, some stretching, but be active before surgery. It will definitely help. Um, start drinking your water. I've always been a big water drinker too, so I don't really drink anything that is not water. Um, Unless it's like you go out to eat and I'll have something out, but definitely start drinking water, because afterwards you're probably going to be on a liquid diet and you're going to be drinking all the time and you're going to have to drink a lot of water. So definitely do that. And my fourth tip is just don't stress. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And a lot of people get nervous because, you have to go under, and it is a big procedure, whether it's VSG or bypass, but definitely it's so worth it. I'm so excited with my results, and I know that the people around me are excited for my results. And if I could do it again, I would do it again. And I've only lost well, not only, I've lost 30 pounds already, and so many inches, and this has been a blessing for me. It has been a blessing for me and for my family, because I'm going to be healthier, happier, and that rubs off on them. So, yeah, I think that if you guys do those 3 things before surgery, you guys are going to be you guys are going to actually be like a step in front of the recovery. So that helps. And to close out this video, I just wanted to share that this week I started meeting with an online group of women that have gotten VSG, and it's kind of like a support group. So if you guys have any support groups, usually the hospitals plan that. If you guys have any, just join them. They are so beneficial to long-term success. They give you tips on what books you can read, tips on, there was a lady that is 11 years pre-op, and I was like, wow. And she's maintained it. So, there are things that maybe she's gone through that I obviously haven't gone through. So her tips have been very beneficial to me. There are healthcare professionals on those calls that help you. So definitely reach out to anyone who can give you that information if you guys need those support groups. I was telling my husband that I felt like I was like a like an AAA support group, but it was for bariatric surgery. So it was very good. I loved it. It was almost 2 hours long, but I enjoyed it. So much information, so many different people who have gone through different things. Yeah, it was great. So if you guys have that, definitely take advantage of it. Most of them are free, so go ahead and do that. But yeah, that wraps up my video for this week, and I hope you guys stay blessed, stay safe. And thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all your messages, all your comments. You guys make me keep going. And yep, I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.